For this lesson, you need to open the sample file Health Club Bookings 6 from your sample files folder. The simple dialogue-driven validations have served all of our requirements up to now. But sometimes you'll have to implement a validation that is too complex for any of the dialogue-driven validations to handle. In this case, you'll have to write a formula-driven custom validation. There's a requirement listed in the business rules that states minimum price for discount 10. This means that the value in column F will depend upon the value in column E. In cell F8, it's prohibited to enter a discount because the price is less than the value in J20. We'll implement this business rule with a formula-driven custom validation. To do this, I'll select every cell in column F, then click the Data tab on the ribbon, and in the Data Tools group, Data Validation. I'll tell Excel that I want to create a custom validation. Custom validations require a formula. The validation will only allow a value to be entered if the formula returns a value of true. It's necessary to get a little ahead of ourselves at this point, because the validation requires the use of an if function. The if function will be thoroughly covered later in Lesson 3.5. So I'll click in the formula box and type equals if, that's my if function. Then the relative reference E1 is less than the absolute reference J20, so I'll press F4 to make that reference absolute, then a comma, then false, comma, true. Don't worry if the function doesn't make too much sense just yet. It will return false if the value in E1 is less than the value in cell J20, and true if the value in E1 is greater than or equal to the value in J20. Note that E1 is a relative cell reference. That is, it does not have the dollar prefixes $E, $1. This is because we want it to adjust to the current row. For example, when the user enters a percentage into cell F11, we want to check the value in cell E11. Now I'll add an appropriate error alert. So I click the Error Alert tab, and in the title box I'll type invalid discount, and for the error message, you cannot offer a discount on such a low selling price. Now I'll click OK and test my validation. So I wouldn't expect to be able to enter a value into cell F8 because the value in E8, 9, is less than the value in J20, which is 10. So I'll try to offer a discount, and when I press the Enter key, an error message appears. Now I'll reduce the minimum price for discount in cell J20 to 8, and when I do that, I would expect the discount to be accepted. Let's try that. I press Enter, and this time it is accepted. Now let's put up the minimum price for discount to 15. And in cell E8, I'll also type 15. And this time I would expect to be allowed to offer a discount, because the price in E8 is no longer less than the value in cell J20. All that remains now is to save your work, and I'll save with the new name Health Club Bookings 7. And as usual, I'll save into the folder above the sample files folder. I click the Save button, and you've now completed Lesson 2.12. Use a formula-driven custom validation to enforce complex business rules.